Let's bring in meteorologist Zoe Mintz with a look at the forecast. So I was less of a sweaty mess today walking around the city. So not so much humidity today.
The muggy factor, the sogginess has definitely gone down as a pattern change is on the way. You can see the storm system that actually impacted us over the past several days is making its way across the Pacific Northwest, and it's actually beginning to impact the northern Great Plains. The southern edge of that system, though, is now where we are, and drier and warmer weather is beginning to take hold, and that's going to allow more seasonable conditions to arrive into this upcoming weekend. Even as soon as tomorrow, more seasonable conditions will be upon us, which is, again, great news for any outdoor activities, although we saw some really great rain totals since Monday. Yeah, these are our highest rain totals since Monday began. 0.41 inches at the San Jose International Airport. That was amazing. That basically all fell yesterday, and it was just one little pocket of heavy rain that fell directly over the airport. We will take whatever we can get, though, this time of year. 0.43 inches in La Honda and a lot of the Santa Cruz Mountains, anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch, and a very similar story up across our North Bay Mountains, anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch. That is amazing because it wets the normally very dry fuels at the ground. And for this time of year, normally the peak of our wildfire season, we will take the fact that moisture is hopefully going to add a little bit less of the dryness that we normally see this time of year. Again, though, the cloud coverage, it is going to be more apparent overnight tonight. There is still going to be that fog that's going to filter in our valley communities and waking up early tomorrow morning. But by the afternoon hours, we're expecting a lot more sunshine, especially farther inland. Those foggier conditions are going to stick around along the coast. So don't expect too much sunshine along the coast, keeping your high temperature sitting in the upper 60s. But by as soon as tomorrow, you'll notice those microclimates in much more full force, getting back into the upper 80s across our inland East Bay community. So if the upper 60s have been a little bit too chilly for you, by tomorrow you'll already begin to feel those more warm temperatures, and it's going to stay this way throughout the next several days before an even bigger heat up heads our way by the time that we step out into early next week. So tomorrow into Saturday, kind of a rinse and repeat. There actually might be some stronger winds by Saturday, and that might keep your temperature Saturday afternoon a couple of degrees cooler across our inland East Bay communities, but still sitting in the mid to upper 80s across most of the area, if not upper 70s. Again, we are expecting that heat to really build over the Bay Area by as soon as early next week. These temperatures are going to be extreme, and you notice these colors that are in brighter pinks. These signify those triple-digit high temperatures that are going to be building across the desert Southwest and into the Central Valley of California. Again, that's going to stick around throughout early next week, where we are expecting those high temperatures to stay well above average. In fact, this is our 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. That means even through the later parts of the month, we are expecting above average temperatures to stick around. So I really hope you all enjoyed the cooler and cloudier weather while you could, because we are looking at a very, very big change of pace. We'll stay in the 80s through the weekend, though, which is honestly pretty nice. Getting back into the 90s, though, to potentially near that triple-digit mark Tuesday and into Wednesday of next week, that's no fun for anybody, because that means that outdoor activities, you're going to have to practice heat safety a lot more, and wildfire danger is going to be increased because dry air and warm weather this time of year, not a great combination. Even for areas by the bay, you're going to be seeing those high temperatures returning to the 80s, and those of us without air conditioning by the bay, you might want to grab an extra fan this weekend just to be prepared, because if you live along the coast, you haven't seen all too much sunshine. It's been foggy, it's been cloudy, cool, and gloomy. By the end of the weekend, though, and into early next week, 70s are going to be in store for our coastal communities. So beautiful beach weather on the way if you want to escape the heat inland, but keep your eyes on fire danger. We all are going to be keeping a close eye on that next week.